Welcome back everybody to Galactic Science 2. Okay, so what have we done between episodes? Well, I've basically taken some of my systems and put them to automation. Namely, the cactuses that I am getting from my cactus farm. They are going straight into a decomposer. That decomposer is taking everything and putting it straight into this chest, whether it be water, what does it decompose down to? That other chemical compound that goes into cactus, which I can't remember off the top of my head, plus water, comes out of that one, goes into the chest, it gets sucked through into the applied energistics, and the applied energistics is then spitting out the water into that chest, which is of course going across to the magma crucible, or the assembler and the magma crucible to make the snow to supply me with endless amounts of oxygen. And also what's happening here is I'm taking all the hydrogen as well, and I think from recollection I'm actually burning the carbon. And then where am I getting the carbon from? Namely the breaking down the extra chemical from the cactuses. But at the moment I should have a substantial amount of carbon. I just better check. Yeah, I've got about 8,000 pieces of carbon, so that's slowly ticking down. I'm probably going to MES. Yeah, this is the chemical. Mescaline. This is what I'm gathering from my cactuses. If I can break that down, say for 1,000 pieces of that times 11 carbon, so that's was it 1,000? So that's about 11,000 pieces of carbon I've got right there, just ready and waiting to go. So I'm not hurting for carbon at all. So the cactus farm, be it a pain in the ass to make, is actually paid off dividends. But what I can tell you is not paying off dividends is my expanded lava generation here with the crucibles. Now, in some tests, I've discovered that these crucibles are only supplying 250 millibuckets of lava per piece of per piece of cobblestone. Now, that requires 4 pieces of cobblestone to make 1 piece of obsidian, and the breakdown of the obsidian is just about the same as creating 4 pieces of cobblestone. So I'm not really making any headway here. I just noticed it as I was sitting here looking at my applied energistics and looking at silicon, and the numbers aren't going up. They're very, very steady. So I'm going to have to go and rip that whole system out and do something different. Now, with some other tests, I found that the magma crucible for 1 piece of cobblestone will give me 1,000 millibuckets of lava. So that will give me a positive effect. So all of those crucibles and everything else, that they're just gonna have to go. So I don't know the actual cost of power to power magma crucibles to that sort of scale. Will it break even? I don't know, but we're going to try that at some stage. But in talks with Caithleen, I have figured out, well, Caithleen had basically showed me how they had got that metal former to actually get some power. Now, I was on the right track, somewhat. Now, with the... is it the energy... yeah, the energy cube. So we start with that. Because what the bridge is, it goes from Ender IO to thermodynamics, or thermal expansion, my bad, and then to Galactic Science cables, and then to IC2. That's how Caithleen had managed to set it up. But I need to actually make those said cables. Where are we? Why is that not sorting down to... Oh, cable covers. Of course. No, they're not called cables, they're wires. Pretty sure. Yeah, here they are. So aluminium wire. Aluminium I've got heaps of. Wool, on the other hand, is something altogether a little bit different. Altogether, okay, it's just straight wool. Now we're going to... We don't have sheep. But what we're going to do, we're going to find titanium dioxide, which I think I've got some, and glycine, which I think I've got some of that too. I've got 4 pieces of that. Not the hardest thing to make. Actually, how much is that? I'm going to need a lot more glycine, actually. So, what we're going to do, we're going to make that up, eh? So, the carbon, we're going to grab 2 stacks of that. The hydrogen, stupid amounts of hydrogen. We can grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of that. And nitrous dioxide. So we'll just clear that out. Carbon, all the hydrogen. So nitrogen dioxide. Oh, titanium dioxide, we're definitely going to need that, but yeah. Okay, so need 2 stacks of nitrogen plus 4 stacks of oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so the nitrogen dioxide, 1, 2. We'll make all those up first. Yep. Yep, nitrogen, thank you. I had enough for 2 stacks. Fantastic. So then the wool is 2 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that, and 1 of those. No. Hmm. 2 carbon, 5 hydrogen, nitrogen. Or I may have actually... glycine. How does one make glycine? Oh. I didn't have to go to that trouble of making nitrogen dioxide. Oh, damn it. Oh well. We'll have that for something else some other time. So nitrogen. I don't have a lot of nitrogen. Well, crap. Well, in that case, nitro. We just have to break that down, eh? Oh, we can just borrow this decomposer for a bit. I'm probably going to get a bit of spillage when it comes to cactus, but I really need this nitrogen and I need it now. Right, so I really should actually start breaking down some of the man, I should actually have cards for these the chemical names. I should know them by now, but of course I don't. Nitro. Where is it? NIT. There we go. So 1, 2 stacks of that, and oxygen. 2 stacks of that. Actually, 4 stacks of oxygen. I think I might have enough oxygen in there anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have plenty. Nitrogen, oxygen. Right. So, no, just only 1 nitrogen and 2 oxygen. That'll get me glycine. Boom. Look at it all disappear. So I got a stack of. Why did I only get 1 stack? Oh well, I've only got one stack. 1 stack of wool should be enough. At least to get me over the hill, as it were. Now I've got to make the titanium, which I don't have a lot of. I think the source of titanium was cobblestone. So again, I'm not really making any headway on my cobblestone generator, so I haven't really been able to break down cobblestone a lot of yet. But this hopefully will get us over that little hump. Alright, now we just need, actually oxygen I've already got. So titanium dioxide. That'll get me 51 of those. Clear that out. So the glycine. That'll give me a carpet. That's not what I want. That's not what I want at all. Oh, it's 2 glycine. So it's only half a stack. Okay, well, that's fair. So, aluminium, or aluminum if you're from the States, will give us, ta-da, aluminium wire. Right, so we'll take that and that. So then, we'll just start powering IC2 machines out this way. We take our leadstone energy cell. We plug you in there. You are going to... That's accepting power from anywhere, I believe. That should be going up. Yes. Now out to the side, I want it to export power to... Not the metal former. No. I went ahead and made myself a Buildcraft wrench as well. Okay. Now what Caithleen had shown me was not like that. I thought maybe the energy cell I might be able to get around that, but obviously it does not work. What I had seen, thermodynamics, where is the power conduits? Here we are. That's the viaduct. It wasn't the viaduct that I had witnessed. It was the other power cable, the flux duct. Now, I'm hoping if I can make a leadstone one, and then you start getting up into destabilized redstone. Lux duct. It's luxed. What? Provide structure. Glows when given a red. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Now, yeah. Now we're starting to get into electrum, which I have nowhere ever near. So redstone. So redstone energy flux duct. Yeah, that's getting into Electrum too, so I can't quite get there. The hardened, I can't even get there either. But hopefully, this will do the trick. I'm out of redstone! Typical. Do I have any redstone down here? Nope. Nope. Damn it, you have to make some more. So, ferret, no. Iron. I've got 4 bits there, but not a hell of a lot. Oxygen, which we've got down here. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. That's sulfate. I need some more oxy. More oxy! Right, a couple stacks there. Boom. 20 pieces. Yeesh. No, I didn't want to put 20 there. 1. The copper is nowhere to be seen. You know what? At some stage, I'm going to actually automate the creation of redstone and have that on tap, because this is ridiculous. Okay, 20 pieces of redstone. Right. So now we've got a legstone fluid duct, flux duct. There we go. It works. It just works. So it will connect, the flux duct will connect to the conduit, and then it will connect to the aluminium wire. And then we should be able to do this, and by the sounds of it, it's got power? I can't be too sure. Show me some iron. Right, so... oh yes, it does actually have power there. It is gaining power. This is probably going to be one of the slowest processes out because of the actual wire itself. Although I can make the heavy aluminium wire very easily. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I don't know how much the aluminium wire is actually taking. No. Right. So, heavy aluminium wire. Is easy enough to make. Although, there we go. So that's the heavy. And of course, my my webcam image is actually hiding my what is it? Whaler screen, so I have no idea how much power that's given me, but that seems to be full, so that's great. So I want to... what do I want to do? Let me see. Some assembly required? Slickly? No. License to plate. I need 128 iron plates. So when we go to rolling... yay! It works! Finally. I would love it to be faster. Speed upgrades. That's Ender IO. I don't remember what... industrial okay. What is the speed upgrades? I think they're called overclockers. I want this to be faster. I would like this to be faster. Oh, here we are. Yeah, overclockers. Oh my god. Okay. Insulated copper cable is not the hardest thing in the world to do. Liquid rubber. So we're melting down either glue blocks from Tinker's Construct, which you can't get. So scratch that off the list. Making rubber itself with a rubber tree. Can you actually... you can get a rubber tree from dungeon chests. That's going out and exploring dungeons. I like staying around the base and doing these things by hand. Right. So, trees, out of the question. But we can make it with polyisobutylene rubber. Polyisobutylene rubber. Okay. It's doable. It's just carbon and hydrogen. That's not hard. Much. But then that's got to go through the whole process of the metal caster. So we really kind of need more metal casters. 128. Really? Really? We're going to be here forever. Well, it gives you one overclocker to go further, but raw ingots and blocks will do no good when we want advanced items, so we should make plates. A lot. A truckload. Several. Well, you get the idea. Block cutting machine. Block cutting machine. Nowhere near this. Nowhere near like applied logistics. Diamonds, yes. Inscribers. I might be mistaken. Silicon. Silicon is either sag mill clay or sag mill sand. Sand we can make, that's easy. I need a sag mill. How hard is a sag mill? Machine casing, dash. Yep, I gotta go to Mars. So we're getting there slowly. So if I wanted to go to Mars, I need a few things. So a few things from Galactic craft for one. I need here it is. This stuff. Thermal padding. Thermal cloth. Which, okay. Well, we've made some wool. Not a hell of a lot, but we've made some. Let's... Actually, probably better if I go into the notion of setting up... well, this isn't really doing much. As much as I like it, it's not doing much for me. So what I can do, let's get rid of this for a starter. That chemical processor, meh. if I disconnect that, because this is just processing the obsidian I'm getting from my very slow system, I can repurpose that, take that out, repurpose that too. How is this going to work? There is also something I would love to do, and that's get the QED from extra utilities. Actually, am I able to do that? I've got a lot of... I do have a lot of ender pearls because I've just been... While I've been dicking around doing all this other stuff, I've been making ender pearls. So... That was the other thing I was actually looking at, is transferring power with the ender utilities. Now the way to do that is using these transfer nodes. It's just a ridiculous amount of like redstone for one, redstone diamonds. It's all achievable. But yeah, we've got all the things to do this. I mean, this is just that crafted. Yep. We can do this, but we need the QED. And all the QED is a lot of ender pearls and obsidian. So it is achievable. So let's go through this. QED. We need burnt quartz. Now we were getting quartz. Actually, I got quartz from sifting the soul sand from about a few episodes ago. So redstone furnace, chuck you in there. Fantastic. Clear that. Now I need... Yeah, how many of those do I need? And will 11 ender pearls be enough? Okay, let's go with, say... We'll go with 8 for the time being. Yeah, we'll just shove all the stuff that I don't really use in there. Right, so I've got the burnt quartz. Fantastic. So... What am I missing? The diamonds. Really? Ay, ay, ay. Where have I... Oh, they're all my diamonds. Right. So, diamond, 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 diamond. Fantastic. So we've got that. I just need 2 Eyes of Ender. Is it Eyes of Ender? Yep. 2 of those. Sensational. QED. And the only thing I'm missing is a crafting table. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. That wasn't too hard. Well, considering I've got maybe about 3 or 4 hours worth of just power draining into making ender pearls. Okay, so we've got the QED, right? So where are we going to put you? Let's put you over here. Right. The quantum entanglement device. Right, that's cool. The other thing we need with the QED... utilities. We need interflux crystals, which... Again, not hard. Just requires... just requires more ender pearls. That's all it is. Okay, so... Is it under torch? No, definitely not under torch, that's for sure. Extra, you know, I just went through this 5 seconds ago. Do you think I could remember it? Nope, this is the price of age, I think. Right, so, and a marker, no, I want these. So, right. Commit that to memory. Blaze powder. Let's go for, say... Go for 5. Maybe not. Obsidian. So that'll get us 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3. No, I can't go anymore. That's it. All done. Eye of Ender. So 1, 2, 3. So Eyes of Ender. Boom, boom, boom. Done. And these can be arranged any old how. Mike speaking. Hello. I'm sorry, she's not available at the moment. Probably in about 3 or 4 hours. In about 3 or 4 hours. No worries, thank you. Bye. Apologies for that. Alright, so we're going to place that there and there. So that's great. We've got a QED. That's fantastic. Now I just have to go through the lengthy process of getting everything else. For actually, what can we make with the QED? Is it can we actually no? Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of extra nice little things we can make with extra utilities, namely that power transfer node. So that's what I'm going to do between episodes, is get everything set up to make that power transfer node, and we're going to try some things. That was the other thing I thought of trying to power in the industrial craft as well. So I don't know how much power that sort of thing will move about, but it's definitely going to be handy when it comes to namely all this mess that I've got here. Alright folks, if you liked the episode and liked the series thus far, do go ahead and click that like button, and of course if you're interested in anything else I've done in the past, do go ahead over to the right hand side and check out some of the playlists there. Alright folks, I've been Raetac, I'll see you next time.